My father takes his tablets in front of us every morning. He has never once swallowed one. I only caught it because I was hungover and staring at nothing across the breakfast table. Dad shook 2 white pills into his palm, lifted the glass, tipped his head back, and set the glass down. Linda smiled at him and said, "Good boy." His throat never moved. I watched again the next morning. Same thing. The pills went up, the water went down, and his Adam's apple sat perfectly still. Then his hand drifted to his pocket, casual, like he was just adjusting his robe. "You want more coffee?" Linda asked me. "I'm good." She'd married my father 18 months ago, 6 weeks after they met on a cruise. He'd been fine before Linda. Golfing, driving, doing the crossword in pen. Now he shuffled. He forgot my name twice. The doctors called it early decline, and Linda cried in the waiting room every single time. That night, I knocked on his study. "Dad, can we talk?" He was at his desk. He looked up and for 1 second his eyes were clear, sharp, the eyes I grew up with. Then they went soft and vague again, like a light dimming on purpose. "Is she in the house?" he whispered. "She went to her sister's." He crossed the room fast, too fast for a sick man, and shut the door. Then he pulled a Ziploc bag from behind the encyclopedias. It was full of white pills. Dozens. "Dad, what is this?" "Sit down. Keep your voice normal in case she comes back early." "You're not taking your medication?" "I'm taking my medication." He pressed a different bottle into my hand. His actual heart pills, the amber prescription bottle. "I take these at night in the bathroom when she's asleep. Those," he pointed at the Ziploc, "are what she hands me every morning at that table." "What are they?" "I don't know yet. That's why I've been saving them instead of swallowing them." My mouth went dry. "How long?" "4 months." "Dad, why didn't you?" "Because the first time I got dizzy and confused was the morning after she switched my pill box. And the second time, and the third." He held my stare. "I stopped taking whatever she gives me 11 weeks ago. Notice anything?" I did. His hands weren't shaking. His voice was steady. "You seem better," I breathed. "I've been getting better for 11 weeks. And every morning I pretend to swallow. And I fake the fog, and I let her call me a good boy." His jaw tightened. "She changed the will 6 weeks after the wedding. I signed it during a week I don't remember. We go to the police. Right now." "With what?" "A bag of white pills and a daughter who says my throat didn't move. She'll say I'm confused. She's got 3 doctors who'll agree." He shook his head. "We need to know what they are first." We drove the bag to an urgent care 2 towns over that ran a private tox panel, the kind you pay cash for and don't ask questions. Dad wore his sunglasses and let me do the talking. It took 9 days. Linda kept feeding him breakfast pills. Dad kept pocketing them. I kept watching her say good boy and I kept my face flat, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. The call came at 4 p.m. on a Thursday. I stepped into the garage. "The tablets you submitted," the woman said, "contain a benzodiazepine and a blood pressure agent. Neither is a supplement. Both, taken daily by someone already on cardiac medication, would cause confusion, sedation, and over time could stop the heart. Was this prescribed?" "No," I said. "It wasn't." I walked back inside. Linda was at the counter cutting an apple. Dad sat at the table in his robe with his morning glass of water, waiting. His whole posture changed. He sat up straight, and his voice came out loud and clear and completely lucid. "Linda," he said, "come sit. I took my pill this morning." She turned, smiling. "Good boy." "No," he said, and pulled the Ziploc bag out of his robe pocket and dropped it on the table with a heavy rattling thud. "Not this morning. Not for 11 weeks. Those are all yours, sweetheart. Every one you handed me. And a lab in the next county just told my daughter exactly what's in them." The knife stopped. "There are 2 officers in the driveway," I said. "They've been there since you started cutting that apple." Linda looked at the bag. She looked at the front window, where the headlights sat dark and waiting. She looked at my father sitting tall, eyes clear, no fog, no shuffle, no shake, and she finally understood that the sick, confused old man she'd been feeding for 4 months had never once swallowed a thing she gave him.